So, welcome back to Catch Up Vibe.
We're back.
This is episode 6, part 2. The boys were just vibing. I was like, we can't end on that note. Let's keep it going.
Gotta keep it going.
So, enjoy the extra content. So, where were we?
We're talking about my first panic attack.
Yeah.
And we were at the part where I was at the red light with my dad, and the Walgreens on the left, hospital on the right. And I was just talking about my body from top to bottom just getting tight.
Yeah.
Felt like my breathing was restricted. That's the thing about anxiety. Like, you're still breathing. It's just your mind is so powerful,
your mind
guys.
is just tricking you.
It's so evil.
It is.
So I remember getting to the hospital. My dad pulls me out to the emergency room. I hop out of, at the time, my dad drove a Jeep Liberty. And I just remember hopping out of the car, and I busted my head on the door. I actually passed out. Because I was also, the anxiety was insane, the panic attack, but also my blood pressure went up, and it caused me to pass out. I remember I cracked my head. That's the last thing I remember. And guys, I'm 16 at the time. And I remember waking up with a freaking breathing treatment on, like in my nose, like oxygen, and my whole family is surrounding me. And beautiful moment. Like, everybody's there for me. But like,
you're freaking out that
it made me
there.
cry. It made me just start bawling my eyes out. And I could not stop. This moment changed my life, guys. I really could not stop thinking, why me? Yeah. I was like, I'm 16 years old.
Yeah.
I have a breathing tube of oxygen up my nose. Yeah. I have IVs all in me. I'm 16 years old.
Yeah.
And all I could say at that time when I was 16, a very young man, why me?
Yeah.
My whole family's there supporting me. I have no idea what's going on. I just woke up in a hospital bed.
Right.
I have no idea what's going on. I'm just freaking out because everybody's there. I'm so nervous. So the doctor comes in the room. He was like, we took like 10 tubes of blood. Guys, they tested me for everything under the sun. Every different types of cancer, any STDs. Guys, I'm a virgin. They're testing me. They don't know that, but guys, like, come on. I'm waiting till I get married.
Right.
Testing me for every AIDS. Like, come on now. Like, everything. How my kidneys were functioning, my heart, x-rays, MRI, just everything under the sun. They come in, and then the doctor said, son, you couldn't be healthier. At the time, I'm also playing basketball, like for sport,
right.
Running suicides.
Right.
I mean, playing in practices. I didn't play in the games a lot.
Yeah.
Marlington didn't respect my talent.
Yeah. They usually don't.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, you can do whatever. That's who cares about that? Humbled me.
Right.
Yeah. Doctor came in and was like, you couldn't get healthier. And the whole time I'm like, no, you're wrong, guy. Like, there's something wrong with me.
Right.
There's something wrong with me. And, he said, like, you had anxiety. You had a panic attack. You never had that before. Like, they're frightening. And I was like, it took me a while. It took me a couple days after that. So that was a Wednesday. I remember I did not go to school Thursday or Friday because just wanted some time to recover.
Yeah.
Just some time to, like, reflect and all that. I do remember, though, I had to go support my boy in football. I did not miss that Friday Canton South game at Canton South. I did not miss it.
The undefeated season.
Undefeated. I did not miss that game. Guys, I was struggling hard. I was not going to go miss that game. Ride out with my grandpa. Shout out my grandpa right now. He's in the hospital recovering from surgery. Prayers up for him. But I did not miss that. I did not miss that game. And had a good night that night. Got back to school the next week. But ever since then, I've had three major anxiety attacks and a couple little mini ones here and there where it's not like an episode where I'm like, I've learned to get myself out of it. Mm-hmm. There's coping mechanisms. Different ones work for everybody. Like, humility is really important, but in those aspects, you just got to be like, I'm him.
Yeah.
I'm her.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Look
I'm
yourself
good.
in the mirror. Remind yourself.
Yep. And sometimes you got to get up, walk around. Sometimes going like this, clenching your fists real hard, holding something cold like an ice pack. There's different things. Those are just a couple to help you guys if you guys are struggling with that. Yeah. And I just want to let you guys know, like Drew and I, we talk about this a lot one-on-one with no camera. You guys ever need help, go in Drew's comments on his page.
Yeah.
If you guys know us personally and you guys are scared to reach out, DM us.
Right.
We've been through this.
Yes.
And honestly, nothing's more rewarding than helping someone overcome this. It's insane. But yeah, that was why it changed my life. Is first off, it showed me what dying was like when I wasn't really. It's the closest thing to dying. It's literally the closest thing. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's like car wreck, anxiety attack.
And I've been in a car wreck.
You've been in both.
And I thought, oh shit, I'm about to die. I remember getting that car wreck. That was 2019, 2018, right after we graduated. Went to a Browns game. They get the dub. We're at the highs of highs. Like, we're just having a great time, blah, blah, blah.
Carolina Panthers, right?
Yeah. Baker's rookie year. Then we get in the car. I'm, like, sleeping because I did not sleep the night before. And it's, like, the craziest thing, too. So, like, I had a nightmare of us, like, crashing. I woke up and I was like, oh, we're fine. So I went back to sleep. And I just wake up to my buddies, like, screaming. And I was like, oh, shit. And I just banged my head. Like, it's a miracle that the boys were fine. We're still alive.
No, it really is. Seeing the photos of that wreck are pretty crazy. I mean, the car flipped.
Yeah. I mean, we rolled probably like 5 times. And I thought we were in a lake because we're starting to like feel water. And I was like, oh my God, I'm really about to die in this truck. And I'm going to be honest, like, I was traumatized for that. I remember like a month after, like, I did not want to leave my house. I was like so scared to drive.
F the Browns, you said, probably.
Yeah. I was like, I'm never going to game again. And literally 2 years after that, when I was like having panic attacks and stuff, my buddy Kate invited me to a Browns game. I was like, buddy, like, I'm going through it right now. I don't know if I can or not. Went to the game anyways. Fire game. It's the Browns versus Ravens. It's like the 32-35 Monday night game.
Yeah, that was a great game.
But I like couldn't enjoy it because like I was having a panic attack.
You went though.
Yeah, I went.
Trooper.
And
that's how you defeat the shit.
I was just literally like watching a game thinking like this stadium could collapse at any moment. Mm-hmm. Like I was getting robbed of that joy. Like the Browns were playing good, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But like I'm so glad because like you have to push through your fears. You can't let the fear overtake you. I feel like with anxiety.
100%. You have to face it head on.
Yeah.
You have to face it head on. And Logic, the rapper Logic, he has a song called Anxiety, and goodness gracious, that song hits differently when you've been through this stuff. And he's like, so he has like the lyrics, it's the song, and that I would say like the last maybe 2 minutes is his story, describing his first episode he had. He was with his wife. Waiting in line to go see Star Wars.
Yes.
He was waiting in line to go see Star Wars with his wife. Everything was good. He loved Star Wars. He was just going with his wife to enjoy his time. His wife at the time, I believe, to enjoy his time, to go and see in a movie that he really wanted to see. And he was just in a crowd of people, and he just felt like it was over.
Yeah, he's about to die.
And it never happened. Anxiety always happens when something fun is going on.
Yeah. It's
just, it bundles up, then it gets you when everything's okay in your life. And that song, it really hits deep. But the most important thing, too, about this is to, like, not think you're alone with it.
Right.
Guys, when I was going through this, I always thought I was alone. I always thought I was a weirdo. I always thought, man, like, people are going to think I don't want to hang out. People are going to think I don't want to do things, and I want to do it actually more than anything. Right. It's just my dumbass mind at the time just telling me, No, you're not good enough. No, you're scared. No,
Right.
something bad's going to happen.
Yeah.
Someone's going to get shot that night. Someone's
Yeah.
going to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. But at the end of the day, it's, guys, it's not, nothing is by accident. Nothing is by accident. God knows your every move, your every step. He knows when you're going to be born. He knows when you're going to pass away.
Right.
There's no worry. We don't have to have any worries in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We don't, because it's all up to him. We can try our hardest. Guys, let me give you an example. We can try our hardest to be healthy. You know, you can eat the most clean diet in the world and work out more than Ronnie Coleman. You know what I mean? Just do whatever.
Right.
You know, I have a family member that healthier than an ox, like one of the best bike riders ever. Shout out to my Uncle Sean, and he ended up getting cancer, pancreatic cancer, late stage too. Ate good, walked to work, rode his bike everywhere, rode across the whole state of Iowa, on a bike. Wow. So this guy's cardio was insane.
That's incredible.
It's why him and my dad. That's why, like, I'm upset. If you guys, the viewers know me, like, I love bike riding. Like, I'm obsessed with it. It's just in my family. Mm-hmm. And Sean gets cancer, and it was a very tough time for my family. He was not an old man, and then you have just for an example like that, and then you have someone their whole life that smokes cigarettes, drinks a lot of alcohol, doesn't work out, eats whatever they want, and they live till they're 90.
Yeah.
Guys, we got to start realizing this is not up to us. Like, you can't run from God.
Right.
Don't try.
Yeah.
He's too quick. He knows everything. I'm not saying not to be healthy. Definitely live your best life, make you feel good. Yeah. But we gotta harp on, like, we gotta live.
Yeah, understand.
You gotta live.
It's his plan.
Like
nothing's going to stop.
Right.
His plan.
Like last night. Now I didn't eat too good this week. Maybe I wanted a salad yesterday or something.
Yeah.
Dude, we're in Cleveland, Ohio. It's 10:30 at night. I'm starving. I get the greasiest slice of pizza ever. I don't care.
Right.
I got a Coke too. I don't care. There's some people out there that literally, like, make TikToks and videos about don't drink this, don't drink that. Guys, like, I understand that you're trying to be healthy, and I love it. I love to work out. I love doing this stuff. But we can't let it take over the fun of your life.
Right.
You gotta let loose a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta let this life right here is short. That life up there is eternity. That's forever.
Yeah.
This right here is temporary. So, damn.
Yeah.
We're getting deep.
We are. I just feel like whenever you feel like everything's falling, that's just God, like, breaking you down to reshape. Like, I feel reborn, honestly. Because, like, you ask anybody, like, that I went to school with in high school, I was, like, the most positive dude. Then afterwards, I just lost myself. I got so surrounded with negativity, just comparing myself to other people. And, like, God just used that to make me who I am now.
Yep.
And I'm just trying to make an impact on others.
Whether you know God or not, or I should say, whether you know God or not, or whether you realize it or not,
mm-hmm.
God's working through your life.
Right.
Because He cares about you. Even if you don't know Him.
Right.
He knows you and loves you.
Yeah.
Even if you're sinning every single day, He will forgive you.
Right. Isn't that the craziest part?
Like,
you could not know Him for 20 years, then, like, the next day you'd be like, all right, I want to try it, and He'll open His arms out to you and change your life.
Yeah, like, it's one of those things. Is the most important thing to know is God is loving, forgiving, but, God's pretty ruthless. Like, if, like, in the Bible, you read the Old Testament, oh boy.
Yeah.
There's a story in the Bible, like, if you didn't put the lamb's blood on the top of the doors, He said it's called the Passover. This is like, He was like, if you don't believe and put this over there, like a huge storm's going to wipe out this village, and people that didn't do it got wiped out and killed.
Yeah.
Like, this is way back in the day. Like, the way this world's going is getting a little sketchy. When God comes back to the world, oh boy, we better be ready.
Right.
I feel like it's going to be a raft. So go repent, go to confession. You know what I mean? It's very welcome. Like, God will forgive you. But also a very important thing to know is, you know, everybody sins. No one's perfect. I was listening to Theo Von. He's one of my favorite podcasters, and he was just talking about when he realized that nobody can be perfect. It changed his life because he was always trying to make everybody happy, make everything perfect.
Right.
And he was like, once you realize that you can't do that, you'll be so much happier.
Yes.
Once you realize that you're not perfect and no one's perfect, and you can't be Superman and Superwoman, you'll be so much happier because you put so much less stress on yourself as a person who cares.
Right.
But you know, one of those things, like, God is forgiving, but, you know, it's one thing to keep doing the bad things that we feel bad for. It's good to learn from them and try not to do it.
Right.
Because you don't want to make a mockery of God. Well, hey, I'm going to keep messing up and God's going to keep forgiving me.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, there could be a day where God's like, dude, this is 100 times in a row. Like, come on.
Right.
And he could be like, eh. You know, he could be like, hey, goodness, I mean, come on. Like, come on. Like, but it's one of those, what I'm saying is, you know, everybody messes up. The best of us, the worst of us, it really doesn't matter. But, you know, when you mess up, ask God for forgiveness. You go to confession. You know, just try your hardest to not do those things that offend God. You know what I mean? It's very important, very hard, but that's why it's right, because it's hard.
Yeah. I say this all the time. Sorry, cut you off.
There you go.
But the things that feel good are always, like, the things worst for you. You understand that?
Exactly.
Sinning feels so good.
It's easy, too.
It's easy.
It's everywhere.
Doing the right thing is always the hardest part about life.
Sinning is... Oh, my, man. It's literally... It's one of the most evil things. So, guys, I'm a Catholic. So, like, I go to confession. I go and talk to a priest. I tell him my sins. He says a prayer up to heaven and absolves me of all my sins. And other religions are different, but I'm a Catholic. That's what I do. And, you know, guys, I don't know if any of you are Catholic Christians, or if you don't believe in God. I hope this you know, shows you a light to find God. He really is the most important thing. But guys, it takes so much courage to, like, for me and my religion, I'm a Catholic. I literally have to go in and talk to my priest and tell him, hey, I masturbated.
Yeah.
Hey, I watched something bad. Hey, I did this. And every time I'm in there, I feel like such a fucking Viking. Every time I'm in there, because I know what I'm doing is the right thing, and it takes so much courage to do that. And I know it makes him so happy.
Right.
Yeah, it's wild. It's just so wild to me that you can go out your whole life and not, like, think God is, like, real. Like, it's like, come on. Because, and, like, that's another thing. The devil is just as real as God. Like, I said this on the last pod. The devil wants you just as much as God wants you.
Yeah.
But he doesn't care about you.
No.
He doesn't care about... Guys, I said this last time. He doesn't be addicted to this wall. He just doesn't want you focused on God.
Yeah.
Guys, when you're shown the light and you find peace in your life, it could be finding the right person, it could be finding the right job, finding the right hobby. That's when he's going to get you. That's when he's going to try to get you the hardest, because you're at peace.
Right.
And you know the real truth. You believe in God. That's when he wants you the most.
Yeah. Because
that's when he wants to get you. Yeah, there's just so many things we can go into on that, like freaking book-worthy stuff. Goodness gracious. But yeah, the most important thing, this is the Christmas special, and I love that we're talking about God a lot here because really that's truly what Christmas is about.
I will give him all the credit.
Yeah, like, since I met my girlfriend Mary, I truly dedicate me becoming really serious about my religious life from her. And like December 24th, Christmas Eve, we're actually going to midnight mass. Like we're going to midnight mass on Christmas. And it's just a special thing being there. Everybody's singing, everybody's in a good mood. There's just nothing better than Christmas.
Totally agree.
There's just nothing better than Christmas, my guy. And I just can't wait. Mary's really hard to buy for, dude. She's so hard to buy for. And I told her the other day, I was like, I'm him. I'm him. Yeah. I told her, I was like, I think this would be our third Christmas together. And I was like, you know what?
Crazy.
I think that I nailed it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's one gift you want to take back.
Yeah.
I don't think I got one wrong size. I was like, I think I got it. And I'm just really excited to see her face. Like last night, I told Riley how much I spent on Mary. He's like, come again? He couldn't believe it.
How much?
About $1,100.
Sheesh! That boy loves her.
I gotta have my baby looking good. I gotta get her some fresh clothes, and a couple other things. But she deserves every single thing. Like I don't, me, I'm, fortunate enough to spend that much. But honestly, guys, if I had all the money in the world, it'd be hard not to buy her everything she wanted.
Right.
Like for real. Like it just would be. But yeah, man.
You're him. I just hope you know that. I will never stop telling you are him.
You're him. Life.
Nah. You've just left such a big impact on me because back to 2020, probably everyone's worst year of their life.
Dude, it was terrible.
We kind of took a break from talking. Like, how life is after high school. You got to focus on you. And I forget who called, but I just remember talking on the phone. I was like, Smitty, I'm like having severe panic attacks. Like, I know you're the king of anxiety. Like, you've been through all this. I need some advice.
I believe you called me. I remember that day so vividly. I had a takeout from a local restaurant in our town, Jalisco's Mexican restaurant, Fire. And I was eating, got a phone call from me. We haven't talked in a couple months because I was dealing with stuff.
Right.
I was dealing with stuff. That was the year of the lockdown.
Right.
And I got COVID really bad. And I was actually in the hospital for a couple weeks, admitted. It was just a really bad year for a lot of us, man. Goodness gracious. Everybody in the world, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the whole world gets shut down. That was so bizarre. But I was in the hospital with COVID, and, a lot of my friends were, like, kind of, just going through it. We're all confused, guys. It was a really confusing time, but Drew and I were I was, like, not talking to anybody because I was sick. I was like embarrassed. I didn't know what was going on. I had anxiety because I'm sick. Like just a whole thing. And I remember getting a call from Drew. We haven't talked in like a month or two. And, Drew tells me like, dude, Smith, if you want to say it, like called me. What'd you say?
I was just like, buddy, I'm freaking out. Like, I feel like I'm about to lose my mind. Like I'm just having panic attacks 24/7. Like, can you like, please like help me? Just like begging you for some advice, and
I said, I said, hold my burrito.
Yeah.
I said, hold my burrito, and we talked on the phone for
an hour.
Dude, an hour straight felt like 2 minutes.
Yeah. That's the crazy part about me and this dude. Like, we just can talk about whatever for how long. It does not matter.
Yep. It's the best.
Yeah.
It really, when you have someone you could just vibe with for hours, just talking.
Right.
There's nothing else involved. A couch and two people.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But I will remember that, and I feel... So Drew and I became really good friends, I would say, senior year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Just started getting real close, always talking in school, never really hanging out outside of school often.
Mm-hmm.
But after high school, we just got real close. But that 2020, what we went through, I think that's what like made us
Brothers.
literally brother level, not just friends, brother level. And we just got real close
Yeah.
on that. I'm grateful for you, dude.
I'm very grateful for you as well.
It's one of those things. It's so nice to have someone
Yes.
to talk about this like stuff that may be embarrassing, or you
Yes.
can't talk to it with another friend
Right.
or your parents because they just don't really understand
Yeah.
it.
And I'm that dude that like I like to keep things to myself. Like no matter how bad I'm struggling, I'm just like I'm gonna talk to God about it. But like you are literally God sent to me. Like it's just so crazy how life works. Which we've been friends all through school, and like after high school, we literally became close. We went through something similar,
Very
at
similar.
the same time.
Very
we helped
similar.
each other.
That's a friendship. That's a friendship right there. We were like last night. Drew couldn't be there last night in Cleveland,
Mm-hmm.
but we were like talking, like we've literally known each other our whole lives. The guys I was with last night, and we're in Cleveland, Ohio, hanging out, and we're all adults now.
Yeah,
I feel like that's so rare,
it is.
so rare, and just couldn't ask for better friends. Truly, I know people that have no friends.
Yeah,
I know people that can't find a good friend.
yeah.
Maybe it's their
We're
fault.
not the best family, too.
Yeah, it's wild to me. But I would say after high school is when I started really appreciating my friends more.
Yes. Same
I'm not
here.
gonna say I ever took them for granted. By all means, I didn't. But there's times where
Yes.
I would be like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather do this." When I should have went and made a memory.
Right.
Like last night. Sorry, I'm talking about last night a lot, guys. It's just last night was crazy. It was really rocky at the start. We were in Lakewood, Ohio. It's right outside of Cleveland. We were at this bar. Really wish I remember the name of it. It was really cool. And we found out some of our other friends were in Cleveland downtown. So we're like, oh, heck, let's go there. There's a Browns game going on against the Ravens. Cavs game going on against the Mavericks. It took us, guys, the drive to get to where our friends were it was 15 minutes. It took us damn near 2 hours to get to this bar. We weren't going to stop.
Yeah.
Pilgrimage. We got there. We made it happen. It was, guys, it was a journey. We made it there. Also, I gotta do a little rant here. I'm staying in the Christmas spirit, but I gotta do a little rant here. So my girlfriend Mary was wearing a crew neck, like a green crew neck. She had on a beanie. She had on these fresh new Hey Dudes, and she had on Carrie Underwood. It's Cali. That's what it's called, Cali.
Mm-hmm.
Designer sweatpants. Guys, these sweatpants cost $100. Like, not cheap.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you're wearing. I don't care if you're wearing $2 pants, but like these were expensive. Like we get to the place where our friends are. Bouncer comes up and he's like, I can't let you in. You got sweatpants on. Guys, it took us, I'm not exaggerating, 2 hours. This is how bad the traffic was. We had to call an Uber. We had to pay $50 to park. That's what you do for good people. That's what you do for good friends. We paid $50 to park, $23 for a, guys, 11-minute Uber ride. Because it was that cold and we weren't prepared. Okay? We get there and the bouncer said, I can't let you in. You got sweatpants on. I stay very calm. I try to be so respectful and nice. I would be lying if I said I didn't want to break this guy's knee. I mean, I would be lying. I would be lying. The guy was real nice, though. He wasn't being mean.
Yeah.
He was just doing his job.
Doing
but we
his
had a
job.
long evening trying to get to where we needed to be. Traffic, paying money, extra money. And then we finally get there. We get to the destination. and my girlfriend can't get in because she's wearing Cali sweatpants.
Right.
And really disappointing, but we got a hold of our friends. They all came out. And you could just walk to all the other bars, and we made it work. We went to this other bar, and we ended up having a very memorable night. I would say why I'm bringing this up is that life, like in the moment, it's really fun, but making memories is so important.
So important.
Like, I will never forget last night.
Like, we're going to be 40 reunited, and you're going to be talking about this night.
Yes.
To your kids, to everyone that was there last night, you know what I mean?
Dude, I just got to tell this story. So, we're starving. So, it was, I'm starving. It's 10:30 at night in Cleveland, Ohio. Guys, my girlfriend and I and our friend Haley, we haven't ate since 12. Guys, I don't drink. If I do drink, maybe I'll have a glass of wine or something. And I'm not going into these clubs and bars. They have like courtesy cups of water with no lids on them. You can pour a cup of water. I'm not getting fucking roofied. Like, I'm not doing that. I want a bottle with a cap on it that's sealed.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I'm thinking too much. This is how I think. Guys, I haven't took a sip of water, a bite of food, and it's 10:30 at night. I haven't eaten since 12. I'm like, hey guys, I'm vibing. Yeah. I'm having a great time. But I was like, your boy gotta eat.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta eat. So I asked Mary, I'm like, Mary, you hungry? She was like, I'm starving. Mm-hmm. Haley's like, dude, I'm starving. Everybody else was hungry. Our boy Riley, he wasn't too hungry, but we all went. We were trying to go to Pizza 216. And it was like kind of far. So we're just walking, trying to find somewhere to eat. We stumble upon this place called Guy's Pizza. And our friends walk in the wrong door. They walk into the back of the restaurant where they're making the pizza. And I'm like, guys, that is like the back door. It's not the entrance.
Yeah.
So we get in this place. Shout out Guy's Pizza. I'm doing like a Barstool like rating. Guys, I was on my deathbed how starving I was. That pizza was an 8.5.
Wow.
Like, that was a good pizza.
Yeah.
It ain't better than Victoria's, though.
Shout out.
That sausage pie, man. Sausage from Victoria's, my favorite sausage. Victoria's, Alliance, Ohio. Drew will make you a pie.
Fact.
But, yeah, so we go in there, and our buddy Marsh, he apologized to the guy, like, so sorry for my friends, like, going in the back door. And he was like, y'all want to mess around? I got a Glock on me. And, like, shows us his gun. And we're like, oh, goodness gracious. Oh, man. Our friends could have got murked.
Right. That would have been tragic.
Dude, we were like, dude, we could have had to carry someone out of here. Jeez. And we're all a little tipsy, except your boy here.
Right,
we're all a little tipsy. Everybody's like, oh, man. Gosh. But hey, and then top it all off, I'm starving. Everybody's hungry. We sit down to eat the pizza. Our buddy Marsh puts like 10 pounds of red hot pepper flakes on his pizza. He takes one bite of the pizza and accidentally inhales the pepper flakes. This dude is choking on the pepper flakes for like 5 minutes. Then we're all getting like a little concerned. He's still coughing. I'm like, Marsh, like take some sips, like cough it up. Come on. He was like, oh, I can't eat no more. He was like, I couldn't eat. So this dude got like 3 pieces of pizza, took one bite, threw the rest away. No, sorry, didn't throw the rest away. He was going to throw the rest away. He was like, I'm just going to try to give this to a homeless person. Or something, like I don't want to waste it. So as Marsh is choking on his pepper flakes on his first bite of food, I'm starving. I take my first bite and bite my tongue. So hard. Like one of the worst bites I've ever had. I literally have a scar on my tongue. I honestly was like, I don't care. Every bite of pizza tasted like blood. I was so hungry, guys, that I maybe could have ate my own foot with ketchup. Like, I was like, I felt like my organs were like failing. Like, because I was so hungry.
God.
So every bite I'm taking, disgusting, but it was literally
blood.
It was literally iron. It was literally just blood. God. Just tasting that. That's how hungry I was. I wasn't going to stop either. Washed down with a Coke. And then went to the Jack Casino and hit $120 on 20.
Shout out to Jack, man. Always a good time.
So fun.
Yeah.
And sports betting's coming to Ohio January
Yes, sir.
1st.
I think I might go up for New Year's Cleveland.
Yeah, the
That's
Jack
some money.
Dude, the Jack Casino, man. It's fun, a little dangerous though.
Yes.
But, when I won that 100, I was like, I'm about to put it all in.
Yeah, you want to test it.
I'm about to bet 50 on one spin.
Sheesh.
I'm about to bet 50 on one spin.
Sheesh.
I'm about to go crazy up in there. But yeah, man, great time. Christmas is coming.
Yep.
Doesn't get much better than that, man.
Well, I think that wraps up the 2
Jeez.
episodes today.
Dang, what a podcast.
That was.
Did we just
fun.
work out?
I am sweating, low key.
My palms are
Yes,
sweating.
sweaty.
Holding this, I got a
Sweaty.
little grip strength on this.
Yeah.
Goodness.
But yeah, that wraps up Catching a Vibe, episode 6 and part 2. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope this helps someone who's like in need. Just want to say Merry Christmas.
Yep, Merry Christmas, guys.
Peace.